Fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Giants. First carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 11 at the 41. Operating from the gun, Jones. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
This will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
At the 40-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And again this time to the tailback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And it's 3rd down.
third and long. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He will push his way down to about the 14. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
On the tackle. A gain of 2.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones.
14
Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Down at the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this time he is in. Yes. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the 37-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 41-yard line.
Well, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Flush to his right. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
At the 32-yard line.
On first down, Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
A loss of 2.
On second and 12, Jones eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
For the field goal, a 51-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the...
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
First and 10. The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is Johnson. He's got it. Past the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now they try the right side here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Jaguars 14. Giants.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. From the gun, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. That'll bring up second down.
He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
Throwing again, Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay.
Jones.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offense coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll look to throw here. This one grabbed by A.J. Green.
The pass.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd and short.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. This is out quickly to the right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Gain of 13 yards. First down, Jaguars.
They'll look to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. An excellent gain, 35 yards. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in. Yes. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Graham Gano set to kick.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
It's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. K'Lavon Chason able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Operating from the gun. Jones. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive. So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's downed inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now a handoff working right. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He gives it left side to Johnson. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
33-yard line.
From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Jones now operating from the gun. That's going to be caught. And the Giants are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a second and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. That's caught at the 2. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. They're slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Giants' 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, Giants 16.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 47-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And Rudolph has it, the tight end.
That's good.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. From the gun, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. But that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
The kick is good.
Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Going to throw right side here, complete.
Jones pass.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
Off the play fake. Jones.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now this throw caught left side. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Now Jones on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Josh Allen picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Jones. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete. Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Off play action. Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?